number 3. They're going to come off of turn number 4 as we're back to green flag racing. Another good start from the Z28 of Baldwin. Baldwin leads the field into turn number 1. He's followed by the 8 of Rhodes and the 21 of Guthrie. A good run off of 2 for Baldwin. He's going to get several car lengths down the back straightaway. Everyone files into position. As now the Z28 of Baldwin is the 8 of Rocky Roads. He is around in the middle of 3 and 4. He keeps that car under power. We're going to stay green on the speedway. We're going to put a lap in the books now as the Z28 of Baldwin. He still is out front. He's your leader. The 21K of Alan Guthrie runs second. Then comes the 6 of Damon Clevenger. He's followed by the 5 of Steve Hughes. And then comes the 8 of Rocky Roads. Baldwin still continues to lead as the 21 of Guthrie. He's closed that gap down from about 6 car lengths down to 3. Closes it up even more into turn 1 as a Z28 of Baldwin. He's got that right rear hanging out just a little bit too far. That car is loose. As again, the 8 of Rocky Roads was around in turn number 2. Will pull that car to the infield. The race now will be over for the 8 of Rocky Roads as the Z28 of Baldwin continues to lead. Then comes the 21 of Guthrie. Now the 6 of Damon Clevenger. He is right there as well. He's closed that gap up. Throw a blanket over your top 3. They work around the lap traffic of the 4J of Shirley Nelson. As off of 4 this time by, we're 4 and 8 to go. Baldwin, he continues to be your leader. The 21 of Guthrie, he's closed up that gap. He gets a little bit loose off of 2. That opens the door for the 6 of Clevenger. Clevenger tries to take advantage, but he gets loose off of 2. As now back comes the 6 of Clevenger in the middle of 3. He's to the outside of the 21 of Guthrie. Guthrie slides up the hill just a little bit as they are door to door at the flag stand. Give it to the 6 of Clevenger. Clevenger takes over second on lap number 5, and now he can try to chase down the Z28 of Baldwin. But back comes the 21 of Guthrie. Guthrie not giving up that second position just yet as he works around turn number 4. It's still the Z28 of Baldwin, your leader. He's now followed by the 6 of Clevenger. Clevenger has cleared the 21. Is now Clevenger. He's going to go to the top side. He's going to try to find a run on the Z28 of Baldwin. Not going to happen off of turn number 2 that time by. We're 6 and 6 to go. Baldwin, he continues to work the middle of the racetrack. He's trying to make that car wide, gets a little loose off of 4. He's still your leader. He's going to open up a couple car lengths over the 6 of Clevenger. The 21 of Guthrie, he's there as well. You can see that those rear brake rotors glowing on that 21 car. He's using a lot of brake pressure right now on that 21 car. He may have a problem as those should be cooling down a little bit on the straightaway for that 21 of Guthrie. As the Z28 of Baldwin, he continues to lead. We are now 8 laps in, 4 to go. The 21 of Guthrie continues to fade with those glowing brake pedals. And now the 6 of Clevenger. He works to the outside of the Z28 of Baldwin. Baldwin on the inside, Clevenger on the outside. It's a drag race down the front straightaway, but your new leader on lap 9 is the 6 of Damon Clevenger. Baldwin's going to look to make a charge back on the inside, but it's a 6 of Clevenger. He will take the lead off of 2, and he should take it for good as he's now got 2 car lengths on the Z28 of Baldwin. This time off of 4. 2 laps to go for the 6 of Damon Clevenger. Baldwin runs second as the 28 of Guthrie still nursing that car around the racetrack in third. The brake rotor still glowing on that 21 car. Down the back straightaway, the 6 of Clevenger continues to open up his gap. He's now got about 6 car lengths over the Z28. Is off of 4. The white flag is out for the 6 of Damon Clevenger. Clevenger enters 1 for the final time as they work around the lap traffic of Nelson for the second time as here comes the Z28 of Baldwin. He's going to get a bump from the 21 of Guthrie. That's your battle for second. Guthrie's going to look to the inside into turn 3, but off of turn number 4. Your Show Me Vintage Racers winner will be the 6 of Damon Clevenger. Second will be the 21K of Alan Guthrie. Third will be the Z28 of Dave Baldwin. Fourth will be the 5 of Steve Hughes. And rounding out your top 5 is the 4J of Shirley Nelson. We're going to go green off of turn number 4. This one is going to be better. It's an even start. It's a good start from Herpel. It's a good start from Heisel, as Heisel will lead into turn number 1. The 27X is your leader. The triple nickel of Bowells is going to try to follow. The 17R of Fuller, a little loose over there off of turn 2, keeps that car righted. Your field begins to space out. This is the 27X of Heisel. He works the bottom. Bowells, he works the outside. As now the 166 of Heisel. He collects a tractor tire, and he's almost going to collect the 17R of Fuller. But that tractor tire is now out on the speedway. We are going to throw a yellow flag for a big white tractor tire. Off of turn number 4, back to green flag racing at I-35, and a issue for the 27X of Heisel. Way loose off of 4. That opens the door for Bo Wells to try to take the lead into 1. He's to the inside of Heisel. They are door-to-door off of turn number 2. They continue to drive down the back straightaway. The 27X of Heisel, he leads into turn number 3. Is now Heisel. He has problems. Way loose, and that's going to give the triple nickel of Bo Wells the lead off of turn number 4. Your leader, lap number 2, is the 555 of Bo Wells. Second, the 27X of Christian Heisel. Third, the 17R of Riley Fuller. The triple nickel of Bo Wells. He leads off of 4. He's starting to open up that gap as more issues for the 27X of Heisel. Heisel continues to run in that second position. He's followed by the 17R of Riley Fuller. Bo Wells off of turn number 4. This time by is going to be 4 in, 4 to go. He's been talking about how much he wants to get into victory lane. He's got a big lead now. And if he can put 4 more solid laps together, can walk away with the pure stock feature here tonight. The 27X of Christian Heisel. He says now the 27X of Heisel, he is around over in turn number 2, and that will bring out the yellow flag here in your pure stock feature. Off of turn number 4, the triple nickel of Bo Wells. He's back to the gas pedal. We're back to racing at I-35 Speedway. He gets a good start. The 27X of Heisel is right there as well. And so it's going to be those two. Heisel's going to take an extreme low line down into 1. Triple nickel of Wells. He's up on the top side. It's going to even out. There's still about a half car length between the two. Heisel, he drives it in deep into turn number 3. He's going to try to make something stick. He's going to slide up. Bo Wells continues to work the high side. He's going to lead lap 5. 5 in, 3 to go. Heisel's to the inside quarter panel. He works into turn number 1. He's continuing to try to make it stick as he is to the inside of Wells. He's to the inside door. Heisel, he's on the bottom. Wells, he's on the top. These two are going to drag race off of turn number 4. This time by your leader is the 27X of Christian Heisel. He has a fast race car. He's had some moments. That's put him back there, and now he's going to try to take the lead off of turn 2. Bo Wells is going to try to fight back, but your new leader into turn 3 is the 27X of Christian Heisel.
Yes, white flag.
Bo Wells, he's going to fight back on the outside. Another drag race down the front straightaway. This time it's still the 27X of Heisel. One more time around the speedway. Bo Wells, he's up on the top side. The 27X of Heisel, he slides up high, but he's going to get a big drive off of turn number 2. He gets his car length into turn 3. Bo Wells has one more corner to try to make something happen. He's going to try to get a back bumper to the 27X of Heisel. He is unable to get there. Your winner in the pure stocks is the 27X of Christian Heisel. Second is the triple nickel of Bo Wells. And third will be the 17R of Riley Fuller. As we're back to green flag racing at I-35. This time the 2H of Hanson leads into turn number 1. The 97 of Houston Johnson. I think he indeed was worried as Hanson. He's found something in that race car. He leads into turn number 3. Houston Johnson, he runs second. Third is the 6 of Costner. The 2H of John Hanson rolls into turn number 1. Hanson works as Hanson slips up a little bit. Here comes the 97 of Houston Johnson. Johnson drives down into turn 3. Tries to slide up. Hanson continues to work the top side. They're going to battle off of turn number 4. This time by, it's still the 2H of John Hanson, your leader. 2 in, 4 to go. Hanson continues to work the high side. The 97 of Johnson, he's going to get the drive off the bottom off of turn 2. He's your leader, but Hanson's going to try to fight back, but into 3, the 97 of Houston Johnson. He throws a big slider. He's going to try to make it stick. He will make it stick. Your new leader off of turn 4 is the 97 of Houston Johnson. Halfway that time by, 3 in, 3 to go. Johnson works off of turn 2. He's now going to start opening up the gap, and this one you could almost chalk it up as done as long as Houston does not make a mistake. Houston has had that Grand National fast all season long. He's going to pick up right where he left off. 4 in, 2 to go. Hanson runs second. Costner runs third. Johnson works into turn number 3. He works through 4. Off of 4 this time. The white flag is out for the 97 of Houston Johnson. Off of 2 for the final time. He's got plenty of breathing room, about almost a whole straightaway into turn 3. Houston Johnson, he had to work for this one. He had to make his way around the 2H of Hansen. He got it done, and he's going to pick up the Grand National feature. That's the 97 of Houston Johnson. Second's the 2H of John Hansen, and rounding out your field will be the 6 of Lee Costner. The 55 of Miller, the 00 of Girard, and we are racing at I-35 Speedway. It's a good start from the 00 of Girard. He will lead the field into turn number 1. He's going to be followed by the 55 of Miller, and Dakota Girard slots into second. The 95 of Stephen Bunton around in turn number 2. He's going to keep that car fired. We're going to stay green, but a tough break for the 95 of Bunton. Off of turn 4, your leader lap number 1's the 00 of Rick Girard. As back further in the back, a little bit of contact between the 8 of Rhodes and the 81 of Lewis. As the 55 of Miller, he's got that car working right now. He's going to try to make a run on the 00 of Girard. Girard gets a good run off of 2, opens it up just a little bit into 3. Dakota Girard runs third. He's followed by the 8P of Isaiah Pinton. A great run from him. It's good to see that car working in that 8P. He's followed by the 69 of Cooney. The 00 of Rick Girard. He's still got company from the 50. The 55 of Miller. A little loose over on 2. Tries to correct. Snaps back on him, and that will open up a healthy gap for the 00 of Rick Girard. Girard leads the 55 of Miller. Then it comes to Dakota Girard. Your first battles for fourth between the 8P of Pinton and the 69 of Cooney. Cooney works to the inside, unable to make that position up as the 8P of Pinton continues to run in that 4th slot. Cooney tries to slide up a little bit too much. He's got to pinch that car down. Slides back into 5th. As off of 4, your leader still the 00 of Rick Girard. He's followed by the 55 of Miller in second, then the 0 of Dakota Girard in third. As now here comes the 6 of Dave Petty Jr. He's in 6th. He's looking for 5th. He's looking to make a run on the 69 of Alvin Cooney. Off of 4 this time, 5 in, 5 to go for the 00 of Rick Girard. The 55 of David Miller III runs second. The 0 of Dakota Girard still third. Everyone's settling their spots except for that 4th through 6th place battle. They've been under a blanket all race long. That's the way they still are. As back further in the pack, the 20C of Colby Atchison and the 8 of Rocky Rhodes make contact, as there's going to be debris out on the speedway, and that will bring out a yellow here at I-35. Big lead into turn number 1. The 0 of Dakota Girard. He's going to try to take second from the 55 of David Miller III. As the 0 of Dakota, he does take that second position away from the 55 of Miller. As the 69 of Cooney, he moved into 4th. The 6 of Dave Petty Jr. 5th. The 8P of Isaiah Pinton, he restarted 4th. He's going to drop all the way to 7th. As issues again between the 8 of Rocky Rhodes and the 20C of Atchison. Both keep those cars rolling. As we're 7 laps in, 3 to go. This time off of 4, the 00 of Rick Girard. He's going to get the 2 to go signal. 2 to go for the 00 of Rick Girard. Dakota Girard still runs second. He's being chased by the 55 of Miller. Then comes the 69 of Alvin Cooney. Rick Girard works into turn number 3 and 4. As off of 4, he will receive the white flag. The 00 of Rick Girard, he is out front. Your battle for second between the 0 of Dakota Girard and the 55 of David Miller III. That is all but settled as well, as everyone staying completely in file back there for 6th. They're gonna think about 3 wide, but off of 4, your winner in the Sport Compacts will be the 00 of Rick Girard. Second will be the 0 of Dakota Girard, and third will be the 55 of David Miller III. Alvin Cooney runs 4th, and rounding out your top 5 is the 6 of Dave Petty Jr. It's the 13 of Chris Mercer, the 41 of Chris DeShong. Both very fast race cars on the front row. They roll into turn 3. As off of turn number 4, we're E-modified racing at I-35 Speedway. It's a good start from the 13 of Mercer, but the 41 of Chris DeShong, he's not going to give it up easy. He's going to go to the top side of turn number 1. The 13 of Mercer, he's on the bottom. The 41 of DeShong with a huge run off of turn 2. He leads into turn number 3. Into 3, the 41 of DeShong's on the top side. Back comes Mercer on the inside, but your leader lap number 1 is the 41 of Chris DeShong. Those two have already put up a big gap over the 50 of Leroy Morrison. Morrison up high on the Speedway as here comes the 8S of Hugh is back up front in the 13 of Mercer. He's found his way to the inside of the 41 of DeShong. Those two battle through 1, 3, and 4. Off of 4, the 13 of Mercer. He tries to get the drive, but it's still the 41 of DeShong, your leader. The 8S of Pugh, he's trying to work for third over the 50 of Leroy Morrison. He's going to try to throw a slider. He'll make it stick, move the 8S of Caleb Pugh up into third. Into turn 3 through turn number 4, the 41 of DeShong. He's still got company from the 13 of Mercer. He's still your leader, 3 in, 9 to go for the 41 of Chris DeShong. DeShong up on the top side, the 13 of Mercer. He runs the middle of the Speedway. Then comes the 8S of Caleb Pugh, the 50 of Leroy Morrison. Rounding out your top 5s, the 95S of AJ Sayers. The 13 of Mercer, he is trying to make that low side work, but he is not able to overcome the high side momentum from the 41 of Chris DeShong. DeShong slips up just a little bit. Here comes the 13 of Mercer. Mercer has to check up just a little bit, and the 41 of DeShong hangs on to the lead. DeShong works through turn 4. He continues to work the high side of the racetrack, this time by 5 in, 7 to go. Chris Mercer, he's going to drive to the inside of the racetrack. He's going to get to the quarter panel again of the 41 of DeShong. This time he's going to try to stay there into 3. He's going to make that one work. He goes to the bottom. DeShong on the top. The 13 of Mercer, he gets a little bit of a push, and your leader will stay, the 41 of Chris DeShong. What a battle between your two front runners. It's the 41 of DeShong. The third, Mercer slides a little high off of turn number 2, and that could be all she wrote as the 41 of Chris DeShong. Now has several car lengths over the 13 of Mercer. DeShong leads lap number 6. 6 in, 6 to go. Halfway that time by. Mercer is going to have to regroup. It's now the 41 of DeShong. He slips up a little bit, but the 13 of Mercer follows him up there, and the gap opens up some more. The 13 of Chris Mercer. He needs to refine that rhythm and try to re-chase down the 41 of Chris DeShong as the laps continue to wind down. DeShong out front. Mercer, he's going to try to run the low side. The 8S of Caleb Pugh, he might be wanting a caution. Now the 8S of Pugh is around in turn number 2, and that will, as the 8S of Pugh continues to keep that car fired, pulls that back up on the Speedway, and we're going to stay green out on the racetrack. I think the 13 of Chris Mercer might have wanted him to keep that car stopped, as he still has some time to chase down the 41 of DeShong. The 50 of Leroy Morrison now takes over that third position, as back up front, the 41 of DeShong. 2 to go. The 13 of Mercer, he's cut that gap down a little bit. As Leroy Morrison, he now spins over in the middle of 3 and 4. He keeps it fired, as that's going to move the 95S of AJ Sayers into third. As the 13 of Mercer, he's closed that gap up some as the white flag has come out. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Chris DeShong, he's made one less mistake than the 13 of Mercer, and that could be what puts him in victory lane. But here comes the 13 of Mercer. He's close enough. He's got one more shot at the 41 of DeShong. DeShong going to go to the top side. That's where that lap car of Cody Parrott is. The 13 of Mercer on the bottom, but off of 4. Your E-Modified feature winners, the 41 of Chris DeShong. Seconds, the 13 of Chris Mercer. As the battle still for third down the back straightaway, the 50 of Leroy Morrison. He's to the inside of the 95S of Sayers. He tries to make it stick, but third goes to the 95S of AJ Sayers. Fourth will be the 50 of Leroy Morrison, and rounding out the top 5 is the 8S of Caleb Pugh. We are here with USRA Modified feature winner tonight, the 85D of Mark Dotson. Mark started up front, but you had some fast cars behind you at the 87 of Darren Fuqua, the 29 of Dennis Elliott, and you three put on a great show, but you put that car up front and you were able to stay there. Yeah, that car hooked up tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, to beat Darren Fuqua right now is a big feat. That guy is absolutely won everything he's been around this year, and to come here and beat him, you know, it makes you feel good.
Yeah, and just behind them, you know, these cars don't have mirrors, you don't have radio, you don't know what's going on. Those two were second and third, changing positions every lap. Knowing that was happening behind you, you just happy to stay out front?
Well, I was wanting to look at the scoreboard and see how many laps there was left, and hoping there was some way to get an indication. But, you know, when it stays green like that, you just got to try to drive your line and hope that they don't find a better line. And luckily tonight our line worked. I think really we probably should have moved up down here in 1 and 2. My crew tells me, and we'd have probably picked up another 10th or so, and that have made a little difference. But there at the end, the lap cars, I was trying to be really cautious, so it probably looked like it was a little closer than what it really was.
Anyone you like to thank that helped you pick up the win tonight?
I don't think the dear Lord and my wife and my pit crew, James Brownlee and his son tonight, and Brian Ross and my daughter, and all the fans and Mike race.
That is your USRA Modified Feature winner tonight, the 85D of Mark Dotson. Far away over here to the 00 Gerard and Rick. Another night where you got to start up front, you got up early, and you never were able to get too far away from the 55, but you're able to pick up the win tonight.
It helps. I mean, obviously when you get to start out front, it's a big, big help. My son Dakota finished second, so we had twice now we finished the 1-2 up here, so pretty proud of that.
Yeah, anyone like you think that helped you pick up the win tonight?
Absolutely. Dino Mart out of Moberly, Missouri, he's the sole sponsor on this car. I want to thank the boys, Dakota and Kyler. Dakota does almost everything on these cars, on all three of them. He's 17. He's learning. He's driving a B-Mod and a 4-cylinder now. But again, I want to say thanks to them guys and the guys at my shop at Rick's Tire for helping out. Scruffy come down tonight from Moberly to help out too, so appreciate it very much.
That is your congratulations. That's your Sport Compact winner here tonight, the 00 of Rick Gerard. The 41, Chris Deschong, and Chris Mercer. He's missed a couple weeks, but he won 4 in a row here, and you two battled the first half of that race side by side for a lot, and then you were able to get out front and just put together some good laps, picked up the win tonight.
Yeah, I knew he'd be tough to beat. I just honestly tried not to spin out. I mean, really, I about looped it in the heat race, so I figured I didn't want to step on it, so it worked out good.
And just talk about that battle a little bit with 13 of Chris Mercer. You knew he was down there. What's it like being out there, being side by side that many laps to start a race?
Well, I tell you, it's nice to race side by side for a change and not make contact. That's for sure. It's been a while since I've had that happen, but I don't know. You just try to run up there and try not to get too rattled. And he was running a good race, and I had the preferred line. The top was in our race was where it was at, so I got lucky there, I guess.
Anyone you'd like to thank to help you pick up the win tonight?
I get so much help. I'll be here all night trying to thank everybody, so they all know who they are. That's it.
Congratulations. That's your E-Modified Feature winner tonight, the 41 of Chris Deschong. We'll now work our way down here to the 30C of Abe Holes. Abe, you made the trip from... My guess is getting ready for what's going on here in a couple of weeks. But you pick up the win. How'd you like the racetrack, and your car looked hooked up tonight?
I thought the racetrack was excellent tonight. That track was really smooth, dry slick, top to bottom. I just ran the lace that I needed to, and really looking forward to coming here and supporting the June 16th race. We put that on our calendar, early on in the year. We told ourselves we weren't going to chase any weekly races anymore, or not as often anyway. But we want to come support these other races and get a chance to gaze against a different competition and have some fun while we're doing it.
Anyone you'd like to thank that help you pick up the win tonight?
Well, I got to thank my crew guys over here, Doug, BJ, Alpo, Steve, and Jeff back at home, and of course my wife and 4-year-old back at home too that let me do this. Without family and friends to support you, along the way, it makes it a lot tougher. It's a lot tougher. I'm here to see it with you.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for coming to I-35 tonight. That's your USRA Stock Car Feature winner, the 30C of Abe Holes. To our pure stock feature winner, the 27X of Christian Heisel. Christian, this is the first time we've seen this car out here. You put it in victory lane that first night out. You got a little bit squirrely there in the first couple laps, but you got this car righted, headed in the right direction, hooked up. You're able to make the move and pick up the win.
Yeah, I got to thank Brad Sheets. It's his car, and without him, this wouldn't be possible. And my dad, my grandpa, my brother, they worked their butts off yesterday to get it ready. So first time out, can't complain.
And you battled with those pure stock guys, and we've seen this in the pure stock class. We're not getting great car counts, but the shows you guys are putting on is fantastic. Your first night out, talk about the racing out there just a little bit.
It was good. The car started getting really loose coming off. It slicked off. There I spun out, and I got lucky that somebody else spun out too, because I couldn't catch Bo. He was gone, but got lucky and got underneath him and could pull it off.
Well, congratulations. That's your pure stock feature winner here tonight, the 27X of Christian Heisel. We'll now work to our ULMA late model feature winner, the 5 of Tommy Cordray. Tommy, you started up front. It was the 42 of Lane Ellert and you guys battled during the heat. He won that in the heat race. You're going to pick up the feature win. You got out front early and just put it up on the top side, and this car looked hooked up tonight.
Yeah, it really worked good down here in 3 and 4. It was little ornery down there in 1 and 2. I had to kind of tiptoe a little bit, but we made a lot of changes after that heat race. I'd give him everything I could in the heat race, and I couldn't do nothing with him. We got to change some stuff because I'm not going to run the feature like that. And bought this car brand new off Bob Pierce last year, and it's been a struggle, but I think we're getting it figured out because it's either that or it's this place. I love racing this track, and I've won a lot of races here, and I get around this place really good. So I don't know, but it's glad to be back here in Victory Lane. I'm glad they run the late models here this year and stuff. And thank my family for being here, my dad and everybody. I kept thinking they was right there. I hated them cautions. I thought, well, it'll be an interesting restart, but it seemed like I'd get a good jump and never seen nothing out of anybody.
Well, congratulations. That's your ULMA late model feature winner here tonight, the 5 of Tommy Cordray. We'll now work down to our Show Me Vintage Racer feature winner tonight here, the 6 of Damon Clevenger. Damon, a little bit of a wild race there between you, the Z28 up there. Talk about that race a little bit and how you're able to come out on top.
That was a pretty good one. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get by Jimmy and Alan, and we just finally kept working at it and got around them. If we were a little bit loose coming off the turn, so it took me a little bit to finally chase them down, but it was a good race, and it was fun, and we definitely enjoy coming up here and racing at I-35, and enjoy having them race here. So glad to see all the fans that come out every week, and keep on coming out.
Anyone else you'd like to thank that helped you pick up the win tonight?
Just want to thank my dad and parents for helping. My dad owns a car, and all the help that we get on the car from people, friends that we have.
Well, congratulations. That's your Show Me Vintage Racers feature winner tonight, the 6 of Damon Clevenger. We'll now make our way over here to the 15 of Ed Knoll, your USRAB modified feature winner tonight, your 4th feature win here. You put together a stellar season so far. Another race where you started up front, got out front early, then a late race restart, and you had everything you could handle from the 0 of Chase Galvin. Just talk about what's going through your mind there on those last couple laps.
I just feel that the track was going to be bottom tonight. I said that last week, and I was wrong. But I could hear him back there a few times, but I realized my tires were not working as good as they should have, so I just was entering a lot softer and a lot easier than he was, but it would let me pick it up on the exits and the center. So if it went 25, it could have been different, but it's only 15.
Yeah, and just the B modifieds, they're super competitive. You're able to start up front. You weren't able to see what's going on back there. It was a little bit crazy there on those opening laps, but how good is it to just get out front and start finding where your line is and where your car works best?
Oh, by far, I mean, the front row is, you're a set and duck, but if you can have a little bit of luck too, you can keep them back there. But, just getting through the heat races and trying to get up far enough to where you can start in the first few rows. The cars here are definitely, there's some tough customers, and I'll tell you that, I think most of the time you're going to see the winner here come out of the first 2 rows. And so the heat races are so important. And with no redraw, that's good and bad, but I'd rather have it this way, have good heat races, and start in the front. But
anyone you like to thank that helped you pick up the win tonight?
You know what? It's just glory to God. I'm so blessed to be able to do this, stand here. I'm an old man, all these youngsters, my whole support team. I mean, I am truly just blessed with the family, the friends. In this racetrack, outside the racetrack, we're all one. And if I wasn't standing here, they'd still be patting me on the back telling me I'm the champ. So just thank God, and God is good.
Well, congratulations. That's your USRAB modified feature winner here tonight, the 15 of Ed Knoll. National feature winner here tonight, the 97 of Houston Johnson. Houston, you had to work for this one a little bit. We saw in the original start, you jumped out a little bit, maybe a little bit nervous with that 2H of John Hansen. Hansen gets out front, you got to work to get by him. Talk about that battle between you and him.
Yeah, we were a little low on cars tonight, and I know Fuller wasn't here, and I hope he's back next week for more competition. But yeah, I made it a little more fun because John got out front first, and I had to work to get around him. And I mean, it made it more challenging, but I had to change my line a little bit. I couldn't run the top the whole time, and that made it a little more difficult to get around him.
And just talk about that a little bit. We normally see you right up against the cushion. That's kind of not where that track went tonight. We saw later as the features progressed, everyone liked to run the middle to bottom of the racetrack. When your car has been working up on the high side, how difficult is it to make it try to go work there on the bottom?
Yeah, the car's definitely a lot better on the top. I really can't get it to go around the bottom very much. It's just not set up right there, but I mean, if I can get up there first, it's a lot easier, but tonight I had to change a little bit and use a slide job to get back there, and after that it was a lot better back on the top. But there wasn't really much of a cushion at all. You just kind of had to tiptoe up there and make sure you didn't slip the right rear over.
Well, anyone else you'd like to thank that helped you pick up the win tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my parents, my girlfriend Cassidy, Andrew, Murph, Tony, Austin, Trevor, and then McCarthy Auto Group, Coca-Cola, Shane Roach Concrete and Construction, CarStar off of Metcalf, Trackside Bar and Grill, LarryMoore.com, and I think that's about it. Oh, and Dennis and Bonnie Bowden, yeah.
Well, congratulations. That's your Grand National feature winner here tonight, the 97 of Houston Johnson. Race fans around here at I-35. Remember, tomorrow the ATV shootout here at I-35. Gates open at 9, practice at 10, racing at 11. Next week we'll be back at it. And again, June 16th, the Gary Davis Super 66 Stock Car Special. Lots of good fun coming up at I-35 Speedway. Dirt track racing at its best.
Hi, I'm Leo Morrison, and thank you for watching our Cheeseburgers video here at I-35 Speedway. And I also want to give out sincerity to Judy Kraft to get well soon, and hopefully she's good in recovery. Thank you.